oh, why did she leave her husband? Blah, blah, blah. Who cares? That is why you're looking older than your age. Of course, we know we can't eradicate stress, but at least we can reduce how much it impacts us negatively every single day. Especially if you are in your mid-20s to mid-30s, you're going to relate a lot with this video because we're going to unravel some of the sources of stress and how we can better manage it. This will help us tap into our inner peace, that sense of joy and fulfillment, and of course, help our skin glow better. Welcome back, friends. It's good to have you here again. Today, we are diving deep into the world of stress reduction, stress management, having and living a life of low stress. Yes, it is possible. There are certain things you need to focus on, and that is why I've highlighted 7 key factors or 7 P's that you need to focus on when you're trying to reduce your daily stress levels. If you're new here and you're just seeing this hot chocolate for the first time, welcome to the channel. This is Tinuola, and here I share valuable content. All right, let's get straight into it and talk about the 7 P's. Also, I'll be giving you a bonus tip at the end of this video, so make sure you watch till the end. Don't skip. The first P here is purpose. Now, before you tune out, chill and listen up. When you understand your purpose, it's going to reduce your stress levels. There's no lie in that. And when I talk about purpose, it means having that sense of meaning. It's something you know you are living for. Now, you don't have to be super spiritual to find a purpose. It could be a cause, it could be a personal goal, it could be a career path. It's so important for you to have some level of clarity on that because that will guide your actions. A lot of things that distract us and stress us out are not even aligned with our purpose. They are not giving us any sort of value. So having that clarity will go a long way in reducing your stress levels. And if you feel like you find it difficult to, you feel lost, you feel like, I don't even know what I want to do in my life, I get you because I am also in my late 20s. We're all figuring this thing called life together. And that is why I said I have an extra bonus for you. So make sure you watch till the end to get all the details. The next P is called passion. Now, before you roll your eyes and tune out of this video, bear with me and just listen. Even if that thing that you do, that you're passionate about, stresses you, you will still be able to reduce the negative impact of stress on your body. For example, I could be passionate about being a nurse. I wake up every morning, go to work in the hospitals and work crazy 12 hours, and I'll still feel that sense of fulfillment, come home and chill. I will still be happy, and even the stress that comes with the job wouldn't tell so much on me mentally, emotionally, and physically compared to someone that absolutely hates being a nurse. Of course, they are going to feel it more. One of the most common chronic stressors people are facing day to day is their workplace. Some people are in toxic work environments or they don't have any passion for their job, but they still feel they need to work that job due to one reason or the other. The bottom line is when you continuously put yourself in such an environment and a situation, you're going to feel way more stressed. So what you can do instead is to change your job. I know it doesn't sound as easy as that, and coming from someone that has decided to quit a job recently, yes, I quit my job in the beginning of this year, and you can watch my video on that. It's on the channel about how I was able to quit my job and why I did that. Some of you might be able to relate and pick up on some tips if you're trying to change your career path or quit your current job. The third P is priority, and of course I'm going to touch on this. I've talked about this in my self-care video. If you guys haven't seen my self-care video, highly recommend that you check that out, because when it comes to your priority, you're not only prioritizing your goals, but you're also prioritizing yourself. A lot of times we commit to things that we don't actually want to commit to, because why? We have that people-pleasing complex. We've been taught and drilled to be people pleasers, and that is only going to stress us out. I have a video about setting boundaries with friends and families, which you can check out on the channel. But the more you learn to prioritize yourself and prioritize your goals, you will be able to reduce some unnecessary stress. And when you begin to spread yourself too thin, you can't really deliver as much value as you would have loved to deliver. So check out that video for more. I'll link it somewhere. It's all about striking a balance. Your priority right now today might be different from your priority 3 months down the line, or 5 months down the line, or even 5 years down the line. So we're constantly evolving as human beings. We're constantly growing. Our goals are changing. Our perspective about life is changing, and we always want to tailor our priority to those goals. That's why I said the first P is purpose, because when you understand what your purpose is and what you're passionate about, you can tailor your priority towards that. Focus and priority are like this. You can't take one from the other, they are together. And the next P is pleasure. Let's talk about things that make us feel good, things that bring us joy and smiles. Listen, finding pleasure in your everyday life will reduce your stress level. You don't have to splurge before you feel happy. You can do basic things in your everyday life based on your environment that will bring you that sense of pleasure. For example, I have a library close to where I live, so I go to the library and it brings me so much pleasure. It could be picking up a romantic book, a fictional book, anything that just brings you joy. You want to incorporate this in your daily life, and I mean daily life. Today, it could be you going out to eat in a restaurant, or even buying food at home to cook a quick meal that is super nutritious and you feel like you're giving your body the right ingredients it needs. It could be you booking a flight to France. I mean, it depends on your budget. It depends on the phase you are in life. But just learn to find little things that bring you joy, because that will be sending the right vibes to your brain, and your neurotransmitters are going to be like, yeah. That's going to counteract the negative effects you feel from being stressed. So the question is, what are the small joys you can incorporate into your daily lives? Hello, my procrastinators. I'm talking to you right now because the fifth P is procrastination. As you know, procrastination will only bring you nothing but anxiety, because what is happening here is you are putting away tasks that you need to get done, and it begins to pile up to the deadline. Then you realize you only have little time to get all this done. Well, all of that is only going to increase your anxiety, your stress level, make you panic, which you don't want. A lot of resources on productivity and overcoming procrastination that you guys can check out. I'm also going to make a video on that, so make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out whenever I release that video. What I want you to keep in mind regarding procrastination is it's a learned trait. It's not as easy as just setting to-do lists or setting alarms on your phone. This is something you're going to have to take seriously. You're going to have to set a challenge for yourself. This 30 days challenge, this next 30 days, I want to do better. I want to be able to reduce procrastinating my task by doing so, and so. You have to reprogram yourself if you want to break out of that habit of procrastination. Let's move on to the sixth P, which is pressure. Of course, I'm going to talk about peer pressure because that is probably the number one stress factor for my age group. I'm talking people in their 20s. Let's not lie, a lot of us are going through unnecessary peer pressure, either from people we know or people we don't even know. We tune online and we are seeing people living their lives, showing us different aspects of their lives that they want us to see. There's an overload of information, of content online. And this is the time I'm going to have to tell you, my friend, to start being picky. You need to start being picky with the content you're consuming. Social media has a lot of benefits, but it also has a lot of negative effects on our mental health. We can't deny that. Aside from the pressure we get from our screens, we also have pressure in our day-to-day lives amongst our friends and peers. Hello, toxic friendship. You know what I'm talking about. It could be something as common as I'm trying to please my friends, so I would decide to displease myself and displease my pocket, my budget, by going out to this expensive shopping spree with my female friends, because I'm also trying to feel among. I don't want my female friends to say, oh my God, you're so broke, blah, blah, blah. So I have to pretend. Why? I mean, if that's your purpose, to please your friends, then that's fine. But if it's not aligned with your values, then you always want to reevaluate those relationships. The bottom line is to maintain authenticity. Learn to be unique in your own ways. This is not you trying to match up to any societal expectations. For example, you could be in a domestic violent relationship, marriage, and you feel like you can't leave because the society would frown on you and say, oh, that's a single mom. Oh, why did she leave her husband? Blah, blah, blah. Who cares? That is why you're looking older than your age. Jokes apart, we need to work on these areas. And the last but not the least here is pulse. Yes, I couldn't find another P word for it. So I'll just say impulse is another big stress factor. How many times have you made decisions without even thinking twice? How many times have you made decisions and then regret it so bad and you realize that this is the cause of your stress? Raise your hands, because I've been there. I understand 100% what it means to be an impulsive person. And because a lot of things are being thrown at us every single day, we make several impulsive decisions. What you want to do instead is to take a break. Learn to pause. Sometimes we make certain commitments that we actually don't want to, because we feel like we need to instantly give an answer. For example, your friend or someone is inviting you for an event that you know you might not be able to commit to. Maybe you have other things on your schedule, or you're not even sure what your schedule looks like. You're not really sure. But then you're making the commitment instantly right there and there because you don't want to displease her or him. And then you realize later on, this commitment I've made, I can't fulfill it. I have to go back to her and tell her I can't make it. And now you're stressed. Instead of making commitments that you're not sure of, just let them know that you'll get back to them. In a soft, nice way. Okay, can I get back to you on that by the end of the day? You don't owe anybody an instant answer. I'm not encouraging you to be slow. I'm not encouraging you to be an overthinker. But learn to take breaks. We are trying to juggle too many things together. Just because you saw this ad on how to make money, you're jumping on e-commerce, and then you jump on physical products, and then you jump on a new career training that you heard about that you have no business doing. I mean, there's just so many things that we are jumping on, and we are spreading ourselves too thin, and then we realize that we are burnt out, we are stressed. So learn to take breaks. It could be taking a walk, talking to someone else, reading, it could be mindful breathing, whatever you can do to just take a break if you're overthinking, or if you feel like you are getting that pause, that's rush to make a drastic decision that's, it's just you've not really thought about or research done. Learn to take a break. Sleep your needs if you have to. Get some clarity, get some composure, and take it up from there. That is it for today's video, and the bonus tip is for those that feel like they need some level of clarity in terms of their goals and their purpose. I've got a workbook for you. This is something that I've also had to go through, and it's still something I'm evolving and learning and developing, because as a human being, your purpose, your goals, they're going to evolve as you grow. So don't take it too much to heart. Everything I've said in this video has been very personal to me, because I've been in that place where I've felt like I've been constantly stressed out, and now life feels so much better because I've learned how to reduce my stress levels, and I'm still learning how to manage stress. So that is why I'm saying you need this workbook if you feel like you don't have that clarity, especially the 4 P's: purpose, passion, priority, pleasure. That was laid in my heart from like 2017, and that was when I started living life intentionally. Like, okay, whatever falls within this 4 brackets makes sense to me. If it doesn't fall within that 4 areas, then I might have to reevaluate, or it might have to take a backseat. Over the years, I've learned to minimize my anxiety, minimize my stress levels. Stress is something you cannot eradicate. It's always going to be there, but you can minimize and manage the bad stress, because that is what causes those negative impacts you don't want. All right, friends, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and let me know your thoughts and tips down in the comment section. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please do so, because there'll be more videos coming up and you don't want to miss out from that. So turn on that notification bell. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Until then, keep shining. Bye.